On November the 25th, 1950, a ferocious nor'easter ravaged the shoreline of New England. But Marblehead, Massachusetts, a picturesque coastal hamlet, was experiencing a different type of fury. A Marblehead schoolteacher's throat was ripped clean from ear to ear with one slice. Her chin was cut again, this time down to her breastbone. Both of these had the potential to kill her, yet the victim endured more severe cuts before the attack was over. Miss Beryl Atherton was cut 6 times by this vicious and powerful attacker, who gave her little chance to defend herself. Her throat was ripped apart by this scoundrel so severely that she almost lost her head. Strong hands strangled her after leaving fingernail traces on her neck and crushing her hyoid bone. Along with 4 fingers and both thumbs, 3 of her ribs were also broken. It is hard to imagine what anguish this human being has suffered. A broken knife blade in several pieces was discovered close to the body. In a kitchen drawer covered in blood, a knife handle and a shattered blade were found. This was thought to be the likely weapon. When the Marblehead Messenger reviewed the unsolved 10-year-old crime on November the 25th, 1960, they noted that there was so little blood left in the body, a sample had to be pumped from her heart. It was not explained why this was required. The 73rd anniversary of this terrible crime will occur on November the 25th, 2023. And no one has ever been caught. The pronoun he is typically used when referring to the alleged offender. The man was thought to be in his 20s by the authorities. Over the past 70 years, several people who were involved in the probe have passed away. Few people are still alive who can recall anything about that awful night. Miss Beryl Atherton was 5'7" and weighed only 100 pounds. She is described as a schoolteacher in her middle years in the newspaper stories. Beryl, 42, lost her mother Daisy in 1915 when she was a small child. Her father Warren, who was a Baptist minister and had been sharing her home with her, passed away in 1937. She and her small dog Esky carried on living in her home after his death. Miss Atherton was a teacher at the Glover School in Marblehead, where she made many acquaintances with other educators. Occasionally, they would go out to eat together. She loved watching movies, even if she had to go alone. She would drive to the Lynn Theater to do so. Police later tracked Miss Atherton's movements as she carried out her responsibilities on Saturday. Before the storm started, she purchased pork chops and a few other goods from the neighborhood grocery store after retrieving her fur coat from storage. Around 6 p.m. on that Saturday, she was last observed by a neighbor throwing some trash out. She appeared to have gone upstairs to change. She dried her skirt by hanging it on the staircase banister. She descended wearing a slip and a blouse. If someone had called, she never would have opened the door. She had started chopping up some of the meat for her dog. The fact that Miss Atherton kept a diary and used it to record details about her male companions startled both the police and her friends. Although these males were unknown to her friends, the information inside did not aid in the investigation of the crime. She had a broken love relationship, which was later revealed, but this did not appear to be a factor in the case. The estate included about $25,000 in total. Beryl's jewelry and other valuables did not appear to have been taken from the home, a crime without a clear motive. The ferocity of the storm on that tragic night would have likely muffled any cries for assistance from Miss Atherton. The grisly scene was discovered by milkman Kenneth Pint Phillips, who found the kitchen door ajar while doing his routine rounds. A pool of blood covered Miss Atherton as she lay on the kitchen floor. In the 1950s, Marblehead was a little town where everyone knew one another. The last murder the Marbletown police had to deal with was in 1912. This crime took place in a home on a charming, meandering street that was conveniently close to the main road that went straight out of town. During that great storm, it might have been challenging to navigate this or any other roadway. As the storm continued to rage throughout the night, trees and electric lines were down all over the city. In this lovely seaside town, a hapless schoolteacher was brutally murdered 73 years ago, but the heinous crime remains unsolved. I love speaking to you in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, and I thank you for your continued support of my channel. There would be no channel if it were not for all of you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.